So, that merch dropped short. How was it, everybody? I am completely obsessed with it. I am so unbelievably happy beyond your comprehension that Jay got more screen time, and we got more about her lore, which I've been waiting for forever. And I'm gonna try and piece it all together in my brain, just so I could really understand the tragedy that is Jay's existence. To start with something random, I feel like I wanted to mention a little headcanon of mine, like, with her obsession with JC Jensen and corporate, I feel like that would stem from a place of denial, because we already know that NV and Jay don't actually work for JC Jensen, they work for Sin, but they don't know that. Jay knows that though, and she's keeping it a secret and convincing all her teammates that they do work for JC Jensen. And I feel that Jay's obsession with the company in general would be like a weird coping mechanism of some kind, a way to throw herself into the light so she can really convince herself that they are doing that, because if they start questioning things, it's gonna get a little bit hard to control them. To focus on the short, she's basically introducing how to be a good leader, how to have a good team that works well, and that's like all that's happening right now. The way she talks about her teammates are weirdly sweet in my opinion. Yes, Jay still holds that funny resentment towards N, always bullying him. I think maybe it came from a place of trying to keep him naive to not question the company. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just her messed up way of keeping him safe. But she did act the same way in the manner, so I don't know. She does have a great liking to V though, as she is the employee of the month, her words. This scene is incredibly important when talking about breaking into the bunkers and killing the worker drones trying to find a way inside. I just have to thank the short for filling in some things for me, because I had to watch Murder Drones a lot to understand what was going on. The part that is the most important to me is when V starts pitching in the ideas. When she talks about fixing the pod and pretending to leave, that obviously stressed out Jay, because the truth of what's going on behind the scenes will be revealed when we do that. So, nope. And the worst thing is, for me, the saddest part in my opinion is how V and N react to her little crash out. N completely disregards it, because he's so naive to the situation. He believes Jay, and it breaks my heart, honestly. And V? She's noticing there's something wrong, because she has some of the memories but won't address it. She can see it, and it's just, oh my god. You can see it in her expressions that she wants to tell them what's going on, but she can't. She doesn't know what Sin's gonna do if she betrays her, so the only way to keep them safe is to keep them dumb, naive to the situation. And obviously, that did not work. I absolutely adored seeing this side of Jay. It sucks. It really sucks. The guilt of hiding away things from your closest friends and even family, it's a lot to deal with. Which is why she buries herself in work in JC Jensen, and afterwards, she slacks off. It honestly makes me sad. I loved seeing her playing around and being silly. It gave off N energy, and that's the thing that makes me so sad. Because what if that's her real personality? What if she is just a silly goober? But she has to pretend not to be. It's just, and she gets freaking drunk. Like, dude. She works all damn day, and afterwards she slacks off, but she has to get drunk to do it. Her mentioning how they don't actually work for JC Jensen is that she just tells them that has such a hidden sorrow in her voice that I can just hear it. And oh my gosh, dude! The foreboding bad news phone moment, God! It was so freaking terrifying. Sin is my favorite character, so when she showed up, I was jumping in joy. But, oh my gosh. You can see how uncomfortable she is, and she's apparently drunk right now. When Jay updates Sin about what's been going on and asks if they want to schedule a follow-up, when Sin said, "How about in person?" her face! Sin at this time was wearing Tessa's skin, I'm pretty sure. So Sin asking to meet with her in person after doing that bullshit? Tessa was Jay's closest buddy. She knows what she's doing. And dude, the anxiety detected, that scared me. I'm not even in the scene, but I could feel her fear. If someone could detect my emotions that easily, I'd fucking kill myself. And Sin telling Jay that they're on the correct side after what Jay said to V in episode 8? That is horrible. Why would they do that? Sin must have drove that into her head so bad she's throwing herself into this, and she knows that this is probably not the correct side because everyone's fucking died, but what choice does she have? The way she just stares at the head, just curls up in a little ball. Sin will not allow her peace. Even when she's working, she does not have any peace. The guilt Jay has is so big it's consuming her work life now. She's not killing any drones, she's not even eating, and she needs that to survive. She's been staring at that worker drone the entire time while N and V were working on the spiral. And she looks at it with sorrow, like how she doesn't want to kill them or something. And this scene with J and V, I am not an oil rose shipper, but this scene was still really sweet. And I can't explain the feeling, but I get a feeling from watching this scene. It's not, aw, so cute. It's like, wow, these are two people talking to each other. One has half of their memories, one has all of it. And it's awful, really. The friendship they have, no, the family dynamic that they have is so ruined. N has none of his memories, and yet all he wants to do is help. V has some of them, and they're obviously bothering her to an extent where she feels like she needs to protect N from everything as well. And J knows everything, but she can't say anything. It's sad. It's really sad how it came to be this way. Especially when it comes to episode 8. V and J fighting, J saying that she never really needed them anyway, which is obviously a lie. J still on Sin's side in the final battle, and she doesn't even join their side. She probably didn't even feel deserving of such anyways. N, V, and Uzi all got their happy ending. J's fate is to just be all alone with her guilt and her memories. J doesn't get a happy ending. And that is awful. I like how this is supposed to be the future where there's robots, but they're talking like they're in 1997 or something.